Well, here you go. Here is an example of a worksheet where I've taken all this information. All the accounts are listed. All this information came from the two places, actually. You can choose to take it from the general ledger, or the easiest way to do it is take it off the trial balance, step 5 in the accounting cycle, which would be the easiest thing to do. So all the accounts are listed in order based on assets, liabilities, owner's equity, revenue, and expense accounts, along with the total. Now, you can use the sum function. You notice it up here, you have the sum function. That will add it. I think I put those in most of your spreadsheets. Once again, debits and credits must equal. There should equal since you did the trial balance correctly. That information should be here. The next thing you would do, once you notice that you can't say if it's a net loss or net income, the next thing you do is then transfer information from the trial balance section to the balance sheet section. And the easiest thing to do is if you go to the cell, and I'm just going to use a copy. I'm just going to copy all the asset information, right click, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to just paste it into the balance sheet section, so I don't want to retype all those numbers. And then I'll hit escape. I'll do the same thing for my liabilities, and there is a mistake. Copy it, I'll put it over here on the credit side since they have credit balances. And then, well, I forgot the capital, so I'm just going to do that. Oh, that didn't work. I'm just going to go equal. Also, I can just type in the cell with the equal sign and point to the cell that I want transferred. It'll go right there. And then withdrawals goes here. So I'm just going to try to type equal, and then cell C21, and that information will be automatically represented in this cell, which is G21. So once I've done the balance sheet, what I want to do is, if you notice, the debit and credit do not equal, which is okay. Obviously, the balance sheet debits are better. The more you want to have more debits, your debit total higher than your credit total. In this case, it's not, so therefore you would have a net loss. So I would automatically type in the word net loss over here on the bottom. And then what I do is I find the difference between these two cells. Now, the larger number always comes down automatically to this line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the difference between this cell and that cell. So I will type in a formula, equal. I will click on this cell, minus this cell, and I will hit the equal symbol. Or I'm going to hit the enter key. In this case, the difference is $1,619. And then I'm just going to total that up by putting in a formula. Once again, I'm going to type the equal sign. I will use my left click the mouse in that cell, plus symbol, and then this, and then you have the debits and credits are equal. So now I know I have a net loss because my debit side is lower than my credit side. And then I am going to drag this information in the income statement section, which is going to tell whether or not I did actually may have an income or a loss. And all I'm going to do then is I'm just going to copy all this information all at once. So it comes right out of the trial balance, right click it, copy it, and I'm going to just here, and I'm going to paste it, and all that information is there. I'll hit the escape key so it's deselected. Once again, since I do have the formulas, in this case the functions, some function already entered to add up this range of cells and this range of cells. So I know that my debits, if you notice, my debits, which are expenses, are larger than my credits. Of course, I'm going to have a net loss. So in this case, the larger number is brought down to this cell, and then I'm hoping that the difference between these two cells has to be the same as it was on the balance sheet. So once again, I'll put in a formula, equal, click on this cell, minus that cell, and once I hit the enter key, I'm hoping $1,619 shows up, because if it does, I know I did this correctly. And there it is. And then once again, you got to make sure your debits and credits are equal. So I'll put in a formula and add this cell plus that cell. And once again, we now have our debits and credits that are equal. And now this particular worksheet has been completed correctly. And the only thing that you have to do is, if you notice, you have to skip a line, you write a net loss or net income. And if there was a net income, you would be putting information in these two cells. All right, this is the net income. These two cells would be a net loss. So yellow net income, red net loss. Then we have to format it. Underneath, when we add up, it's called ruling. You would have a solid, if you were doing this in pen or pencil, you'd have a really thick bottom border. You use your ruler to extend the line. Here, we have to do the debit and credit are equal, so we need a double underline. And there it is, double underline. We don't have that in Google, so in Google, we just move up and draw like that to make it look like it's double underline. Here, we're adding or subtracting, so here we need a thick underline, and here, since our debits and credits are equal, we need a double underline, and boom, we already have that. No, we don't. So let's go here, here, double underline, done. And that's how you complete a worksheet. And then we use this, all the information off of this particular statement to complete the rest of our financial statements. All right. Let's see what you think about this.